Hey guys, let's talk about some updates now before we proceed to other things. I just want to talk about proof of funds to study in Canada. There is something I want to explain here so that we all understand. And after I talk about that, I'm going to talk about some updates about Canadian colleges. First, let's begin with the proof of funds. Proof of funds to study in Canada is a very tricky process. I have always said this. You can have 50 million in your account and you still don't get the visa. This is fact I'm telling you. First, for you to get a visa, you need to document adequately with documents that your proof of funds is okay. You need to show that your letter of explanation is okay. And you need to show that you have home ties to return after your study program. Of course, they know that you are not going to come back, but you need to convince them enough to show that you will return. Don't forget, I have always said, program choice is also very important for you to take note. Now, let's break this down. For you to study in Canada, these are the people I recommend. You may have your other people, but you should be your sponsor. Your father should be your sponsor. Your brother should be your sponsor. Your sister should be your sponsor. Your mother should be your sponsor. To an extent, your uncle or auntie should be your sponsor. Remember, all these people I mentioned, including yourself, you have to show documents to show that you are actually saying the truth. Now, let's take a look at the documents you can show. If you are the one sponsoring yourself, how are you getting your money? Do you own a business or you work? If you own a business, bring out all the business registration documents. If possible, pictures. Now, if you are working, bring out your pay slips and also your employment contracts. If possible, pictures. Or if you have a badge to show that you actually work with a particular company, or anything to show that you work with a company, bring out these documents. This is for you. If your father or mother is doing the sponsorship for you, excellent, same thing. If your brother or sister is doing the same thing for you, excellent, same thing I mentioned. They have to bring those documents as well. And remember, for your father, your brother or mother or sister or whosoever, a part of yourself now, you have to get their birth certificates to prove that they are actually your parents or brothers or sisters or siblings, right? Now, we are done with that. Let's assume that they don't work, they own farmlands, and they are generating money from these farmlands, right? You can bring the documents of the farm to explain to the visa officer that they are harvesting things from this farmland. And if possible, why not show evidence with pictures? And this is where they are getting the money from. They equally make profit from selling the products from this farmland. And they are gifting me maybe 18 million, 20 million in my bank account, and make sure the transaction, they can be able to trace and see that money in that account. Okay, that way it is going to speak a lot. And then they can now write a sponsorship letter. After giving you the gift deed letter, they should write a sponsorship letter stating that they are the one who are going to be taking charge of your academics while you study in Canada. And this is how they got their money, with evidence. It is very important. If it's coming from your auntie or maybe uncle, make sure your auntie or uncle has the same surname with your parents, and you back it up with birth certificate. So from your auntie, if they are the same, maybe if your auntie is your mother's sister, of course, they are going to see it. They have the same parents, they will see it. Then now the linkage is going to be on your own birth certificate. The transition has to be clear. Now they have to explain how they are getting their money and a whole lot of other things I mentioned before. This is how you document proof of funds to study in Canada. Well, you may get companies to sponsor you. You may get other organizations to sponsor you. Like a friend who is moving to Canada, he got a loan from his church. His church gave him a loan. Let me say a loan. You understand, to go and study. You get, but it's not about this. You have to show them evidence. Right? Now, another option, you can equally sponsor yourself. In case these people sold a piece of land or something, they should just drop the money in your account. Transferring, let me put this here clear. Telling these people, let them transfer the money into your account is very important and will easily give you the visa in case they leave this money in their own account. This is the case. I'm just bringing out this point because I want to talk about those who are in the US, who are in Canada, and they want to sponsor their brothers or sisters or siblings. If you have the money, transfer the money to their bank account. So let them do this. Then you also do what is called the gift deed letter. And you also write a sponsorship letter and attach all your legal papers. If you are legal in that country and your job description and everything, you transferring the money in their account will tell the visa officer you are serious. But if you leave the money in your account and you tell them you are the one sponsoring them, they will understand that this person can enter the country and you leave them alone, especially if you are the brother and not the parent. So you have to be tactical. Even if you want to leave the money in your account, at least let them have at least $15,000 or $10,000 of their consumption money in their account. Let them have an account and you transfer some of the money inside. Because I got a lot of people who come to me for appointments. Through appointments, they are like, Milton, I got my sister, the money was rejected. But again, create an account is better. I will prefer you transfer that money. It's your brother, right? Excellent. It's your child, right? Excellent. You trust them, not so. That's why you want to sponsor them. Excellent. Transfer that money in their account. Tell the embassy you transfer the money to their account and let them be able to see that you are the one who transferred that money, right? You do a gift deed that you gave them the money. You just transfer it and you are giving them the entire money because you don't have anything to do with it again. You want to support them for their academics, right? And you write a sponsorship letter that this person is related to me, is my brother or sister. We have birth certificate. Our parents' name is this. Our father's name is this. I will be taking charge of his studies. That's why I gifted him money. This is how you draft these things to convince them. Don't just say, no, I reside in the USA. I want to sponsor my brother or sister. The visa officials knows all these things. These people are psychologists. You understand? So please, let's be true. At least you have to be truthful. This is the only way you are going to get this visa. You have to be truthful. This is all I can say for now. I think I'll be bringing another video to explain to you why you shouldn't put lump sums, why you should show all evidence on how you are getting all your money. Even mobile money transfers can help you. Yes, the money from your microfinance. If let's assume that you are working and you own a bank account, but your company pays you using a microfinance. Now, you cannot go and maybe you are using the microfinance as proof of funds, right? You cannot use their bank statement because it's not an international bank. You are taking the money from the microfinance and you are saving in your bank account. Excellent, but show them that you are receiving salary from your company through the microfinance. They have to see receipts. Now, while you are taking the receipt, showing the money they paid you, you have to show your pay slips, right? Very important, very, very important. They have to see all these transitions. Because now when they see this, they believe more that at least you have shown them that you have, this is how you are getting your money. And this is the total in your bank account. At least if you are saying that you have this, you can then sponsor yourself in Canada with no stress. This is the perfect way. Now we have talked about, I'm going to be bringing another video later. Let's talk about updates. A lot of people are asking me, Milton, this school have not replied me, this school have not replied me. First, guys, I have said it times and again that admissions in Canada, especially community colleges, is still competitive and you will be treated on first come, first serve basis. They cannot skip somebody who came before you, who submitted his application before you and start treating your own. No. And remember, when these people get the number of people they need per that program, let's assume that they are looking at 100 students for a particular program. As soon as they get the 100, every other person who is qualified, but you are going to be on the wait list. Wait list means that it's in case somebody doesn't pay the deposit they are asking the person within the duration, sometimes 15 days, 30 days, they are going to then cancel that person. The person is not serious. They are going to take the offer and give it to you. You understand? And now this is going to affect you somehow for visa application. Before you go now and start applying for your visa, maybe it's March already, and IRCC is going to take 2 months to process your visa, sometimes 3 months, 4 months. Let's assume that you are starting in September and you submitted March ending. They are going to take April, May, maybe June, July is still not here. Before you know, they reject you in August. Now your school is starting September. Is there a way you can reapply again, fix the problem and reapply again? There is no way because you will be late. Okay, let's assume you reapply again. Now they are still looking at people who were behind you. Before they will come back to you and look at your resubmitted application. You see, time is running. That's why I always say that submit your application early and relax. Don't submit to one school, submit to many schools, multiple schools, 2, 3. and you relax. This way, if one doesn't give you, if the other one bounces you, you take the offer from the other one and you move on. There is no time, because like I told you, it's like survival of the fittest, especially for those who want to enter Canada. Appointments is even first of all a problem. And for Canada, they would, like I told you, IRCC is submit early. That's the only way to succeed. Submit early. Now, for those who are applying to Nova Scotia Community College, I want to tell you that some people applied last time and never got offers, but they are qualified. So now, if you find yourself on the wait list, you have to wait. Like I explained to you, you have to wait. Colleges like NBCC, NSCC, Holland College, they are very competitive. You know why? One, they are found in Atlantic Canada. They are found in those provinces that are easy to get PR. Secondly, their tuition fee is quite affordable. Yes, 10,000. I think NBCC is not up to 10,500, though there are programs that cost like $13,000, but still cheap. NSCC is 11,700, though there are programs that cost like 13,000, still cheap. Holland College, I think same thing. So you have to put this into consideration and rate your chances. Don't apply only to those places. Those of you who are going to Quebec, I don't know how you are going to get PR, because I don't know. In fact, if you are looking at permanent residency in Canada, go to other provinces which are not like Quebec. Quebec, I don't know how the system works, but there are easy pathways you can. Like I said, these provinces in the Atlantic Canada, Nova Scotia, Saskatchewan, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Islands, and a whole lot of them, British Columbia and the rest, you understand? In fact, those places, Manitoba, they are easy to get PR. In Ontario, you can finish and before 6 months, you have not gotten your PR. Yes, I mean, because the transition is postgraduate work permit to PR to citizenship after graduation. So if you joke with this, you are going to squander your chances. Please take a look at this. It is very important. I just say, let me explain this to you. I'm going to be bringing a detailed video to explain the proof of funds again, so that in case you are doubting anything, you should get the detail from that video. Till we meet again in that video.